Guys, I'm not going to be on here long. I just did it live because it was easier to do, and I don't have a lot of battery because I haven't charged my phone today. I just got off work. Y'all seeing me working on stuff in the background. I uh, I went to log on I was going to look at the news, and there's a few trucking channels I still, I guess, have subscription to that I haven't unsubscribed from. And one of them is a lady named Miss Pearl, which I interact with back in the day off and on. Well, it was an alert pop up from her community board. And for some of you who got involved with me back during the trucking time, um, I followed a lot of men. Hey, Kathy, what's up, baby? I'm not going to be on here too long. How you doing? I'm going to finish saying this and then we'll chat for a minute. But I followed different truckers, very popular truckers. A trucker named Jay was one of them, as some of the other bigger known YouTube truckers. They even became part of some of the groups for a little bit. But tonight I went to come on and I saw an alert from Miss Pearl, who is also a lady trucker. And she put that a trucker named Jay has passed away. I'm so blown because I'm 53 and I think Jay, that baby had to be in his 30s. Um, hey Jay, what's up, man? You be safe on that road. Um, and that's not the Jay, y'all. Jay, the other Jay. But if you go to his channel, it's called A Trucker Named Jay. Jay always was trying to find his fit, and I think he got a lot of criticism for it. But I think his story is very indicative in trucking of a lot of truckers. Trying to find that fit, trying to find that comfort zone between his family, his personal wants and needs, and the trucking industry. So you saw a lot of his ups and downs. You saw people kind of give him a hard time. But that's trucking. And so he was in it for a while. I like, to me, what I sensed, and it might have been bull, but I don't know that I think it was, but he was very much a family person. I know he has children. I know he had a wife. I think they're even some of his in-laws and or his own parents live with them. Not sure of all the details, or he lived with them, vice versa. But I do know Miss Pearl saying something about a GoFundMe. I'm not a big GoFundMe person, because sometimes you get duped, but I don't know. And if you so feel the need and you are aware of who he is, go ahead and go over to her channel. I put the link below. See, I didn't even put any of my information in the link below, but I did put the link below that should link you to her YouTube channel. And if you click on her community page, you'll see the information about Jay, and then you'll see the information about the GoFundMe. So I decided tonight, I just felt led of the Lord to say, hey, you know, God bless him. He's got kids. I know what it's like to have a transportation father who may not have had things in order, whether by choice or whether by, just circumstances. Monty was more grumpy, was more by choice. Jay may have been more by circumstances. Um, so if you feel the need, go over to her page. You can probably hit her up with messages to ask any questions. But my understanding is he passed away of I think he said kidney failure. Kidney failure. I think it was kidney failure. And you could see he dropped a lot of weight because he was a big guy. He was overweight in trucking, and I didn't know he had dropped that much weight. And she had a photo with him, and I was like, "Whoa, he dropped a lot of weight." Because like I said, I haven't, since I left trucking back in 2019. I really haven't followed a lot of the main trucking channels. So, and I've actually unsubscribed from quite a few. I've even removed myself on Facebook groups from quite a few because I'm not involved and I have zero desire to go back. I still have the group going for us, or for the Trucker 411. Laura sometimes posts in there more than anybody. I think DCI Jams may still post in there occasionally. I haven't even been on it. Unless I see some news that I feel is significant, and I'll probably go in and may post this video tomorrow. I just need to kind of get my mind wrapped around, because I'm really wrapping around. I didn't know the brother, I just knew of him. But what really is hitting home for me is I know the baby had young kids. And I call him a baby because in my world, he was old enough to probably be my child. But I know he had young children. I know he had a wife. And I know that his family seemed to be something that was rather important to him. One of the reasons why he fluctuated so much is I think he really wanted to be home with his family. and he was more of a home guy and over the road trucker. So definitely go over there, and y'all, if you know him, anybody who follows this and reads this, please go over to Miss Pearl. I put her link again in the description part to her YouTube page. If you click on the community board, you on her page, you will actually see her last communication with him, and she states that he passed away, and then she states that a GoFundMe has been set up to help the family, and I'm sure that's to probably help handle his stuff, as well as the fact they now have an income that's not there anymore. So if you so feel the need, the Lord shows you that's a place where you're supposed to give a blessing, then do so. That's all I had to say. Let me get in here and see who's up. And I'll probably do a live tomorrow. Let me just see what's going on in the chat. Okay, so only two people I see that put anything was Kathy and Jay. And this is a different Jay. But let me see, go down. Okay, so I didn't have anybody else. But I hope y'all are doing good. I'll probably do a chat tomorrow. I'm not going to be on here too long. I will chime in on this end of it, y'all. Make sure y'all are stocking up on your food supplies. Whatever you get on sale. I've had another dream about, been having dreams about different food issues. And I had an incident in the store about, was it last week? I went in the store to get, I think, a money order or something I went to go get. It was very sharp, quick. And Joe and I had went and go to eat. Allergies, y'all. I was out in the back this morning, and the wind's been blowing, and my allergies have really been kicking. I need to do a nasal wash and a spray, and then I also need to clean my CPAP machine, which I'll be doing tonight because I woke up clogged. Oh, what am I cooking tomorrow? You know what? It's funny you mentioned that. You know what I've been doing? Just did an order from Costco, Kathy, and I am going to. I might make a bowl, like they call them Buddha bowls, but I might make. They have a place out here called Genghis Grill, and I love their calamari bowls. I always go in and do calamari, and I do calamari, and usually they're lime chicken. But I've been trying to stay away from chicken because of the bird. I don't know if y'all know there's a bird flu outbreak here in America. So me and chicken, I ain't been jacking with chicken. Unless it's in my refrigerator, I'm not really jacking with chickens right now. Unless it's in my refrigerator. And my freezers are full to the brim. I'll jack with some beef right now. I'll jack with some seafood. But me and the bird flu chickens, I'm good. So I've been trying to stay away from the chickens. But I like, this thing is called a bowl, and it's like when I go there, I ask for the brown rice, I ask for noodles, and then you go pick out your vegetables and your meat. So I normally pick calamari. I usually do the lime chicken. This last time we went, I did the calamari and they had like carne asada type marinated chicken, which was just jalapenos and a marinade on the beef. So I did that, and then I did all my veggies. So, and I realized I was watching YouTube. And I said to myself, Shannon, you spending this kind of money for a bowl? You can do this at your own doggone house. And that's the other thing, y'all. Start cooking for yourself. I was getting away from it a little bit. With working this new job I have, because I'm not a morning person, I'm getting up at 9:30. I'd be too much time, and you got like your breaks are 15 minutes. If you're a minute over, they own you. So I'm like, I would order sandwiches or order something and have it delivered. I'm getting away from that. Yeah, I'm probably gonna just do that. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I got tons of rice, and that's what I was getting to. Y'all make sure y'all got food on stock, because I went in the grocery. Well, when I went last week, which I'm gonna mention, when I went last week, there was a young man in the store, and I was just picking up a few vegetables for some. I was gonna make I made that oxtail stew that Joe told me about. I just had a craving for it. I love it. I have not ever been a big fan of soul food oxtails, but the Mexican stew version, and I done added my own spin to it. I have to make it for y'all. And I got a whole spin different from Joe. And when I made mine, Joe was like, I could eat yours without the oxtails. It was good. Yeah, bro. You walked around. I sat down and farted. I put all of me up in that bad boy. That soup was off the chain. So I made another batch, and it's really good. And I do it in the Instapot. And so I still have some in the refrigerator, but it's frozen right now. So I might do it tomorrow, but I'm not sure. I'm either going to do that, but I might be making some bowls. And I picked up a couple of sauces, but I also need to order some stuff. Like I need to order my own tahini sauce and stuff like that. I know I'm a fool. You know I ain't got no sense. But I ordered my own tahini. I'm gonna need to order my own tahini, and I have some hummus, but I don't know. It's been in there a minute. I got to get in there and see what's good, what's bad. So I need to go in and do my freeze. My fridge is packed to the gills. That's the other thing. I wasted food, and that's something I normally don't do because I normally cook for myself. And if y'all see behind me, y'all see the boxes. I had lost my box cutter, but now you can actually see because I have boxes stacked. I'm doing the boxes. I've got a dent over here that you can't see. I'll show y'all later. And I'm getting this down because I still have those bins from when I first got everything out of the storage unit, but I have gotten it down. I'm going through that. And then I got some boxes over here, and my desk is a hot mess right now. So I've been on a path of getting things in order because ever since I came back from Grumpy and that madness and the whole family, I had to decompress. I didn't realize mentally I needed to decompress, and I needed to get through some things mentally on really dealing with who my family is, what I inherited from them, and what I don't want. And just the whole madness of it and putting it in perspective. Also kind of getting things together in order for this job that I'm at right now. But yeah, and I've kind of been off kilter. I could tell it wasn't really a depression. For me, things have to, because of my analytical side, things have to make sense to me. I have to put things in perspective. And if they're not in perspective, I'm off kilter. It just is like I'm not in the right groove. Something's off kilter. And I needed to put things in perspective because oftentimes I think I have friends of mine right now who, in my opinion, they walk in delusion. And I have no idea why. They walk in delusion. I don't know if that's by choice. I don't know. They're deluded on their families, and they choose to look at them. They'll tell you what kind of buttholes they are, and then 2 minutes later, like, oh, my poor this and my no. They buttholes. I'm sorry, they are. And I know it's the spirit behind people. As the Bible tells you, it's the spirit behind people. So, but don't be deluded. And then I realize that some people can't see that because they're just not spiritually there. They're too carnal. So they're still too caught up into the flesh world. For me, I have to look at the picture overall. So, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you very much, Arika. Welcome back to the channel. I'm usually on here every blue moon. I'll do a live probably tomorrow because I got some things I'm going to talk about with food security and just some general stuff. I'll just sometimes come shoot the shiz. I'm going to talk to y'all right now until this battery die. If the battery start dying, I got to do this. But, and I don't have the iPad over here because normally I look at the iPad and see what y'all saying. So if it pops up, I can respond. But definitely be on your food game. And be on your food game. Be on your food game. If you got somewhere to grow stuff, like right now I got some beets coming up, my mint's coming up. I got carrots coming up. I got some tomatoes that have popped. I got to get out there and do a few more things. I just bought a new water hose. I got a mister system because last time when I was in my other apartment, when I put that mister system in, my garden did good. I was growing heads of broccoli and bell peppers. Everything did really good. I would put the mister system on like every other day. And it just, it changed the whole game. It changed the whole game in my garden. So I got to do the same thing out here because some of it I can tell is going to be getting some stuff a little more automated on there on getting the garden, but that I need a little moisture back there because it can get hot. So I ordered a sprinkler thing from Amazon. I ordered a new water hose, and I need to go out there because the tenants that were here before, whoever was here, they put a water hose on there and they put this splitter adapter, but they got it so tight you can't get it off. So I have to take my Dremel out there. I have to cut it and then break it off of there. And then I have a new adapter, and I also want to put a new water hose. So I got the water hose. Costco had one on sale, so I ordered it. And then I got more soil, and so I got some things I'm gonna be doing, but I need to get out there and start getting on my game. So tomorrow I'll be out there. I don't know if we're gonna do the live out there tomorrow, but if y'all are on here, I'll post in the community, and when I'll do a live. But it'll be sometime tomorrow. Probably I don't know if I'll do morning or afternoon, but I'll just be looking on the lookout for it. But definitely be on your food game, stock food. I got back on my stocking game. Usually when I go to the store, I try to buy some canned goods to add to my stock. I got gnats still. Some canned goods to add to my stock. I got it when I'm sitting on is my old chest from the truck. I need to check. I got like bags of flour in there, but I have to check them because I really didn't store the flour the way it's supposed to be stored. So I got to make sure I don't have any weevils. Which I hate. Weevils are the eggs that hatch in your flour, and you got to make sure I don't have any. I usually put bay leaves in there, which for whatever reason, it's a preventative for pests, but I don't know. You should freeze your flour and then take it out after about a week or so. And then usually some people tell you freeze it again. I don't know why the double freeze. And then, my mother always just put bay leaves in them, but I've heard about this new thing about freezing the flour, and that's supposed to kill the eggs, and you don't have to worry about eggs hatching. So I got to look at it. I haven't checked, but I'm getting ready to do that because we are going to most likely have a grain shortage with the whole Ukraine thing. I did not know Ukraine was as big into the grain. It's funny how there are certain things I know about food from driving a reefer, but I did not know that a lot of our grains came from Ukraine, and they're called the breadbasket of the world because they were like a major supplier. And then number 2 is Canada, but Canada has some kind of beetle infestation. He talking, folks, just they listening. But yeah, so make sure y'all get up on that. Rice and beans I should be good on because I know I got probably close to 70 to 100 pounds of rice up in my house. I was like, yeah, I won't be short. I've always had rice, but I stocked up because I was thinking maybe Grumpy had to come here. But like I said, I can probably help another person if something gets serious, but the cost of food, if it's not even about food shortages, it's going to be food insecurities because people cannot afford food. And in the store, I was meaning to mention this in the last video I did. In the store, there was a young black guy. I was just getting a few things, and he walked up to me, and I was like, okay, Lord, this is one of those moments because of the way the conversation went. He said, hey, sis. I said, hey, bro, how you doing? Young brother. He said, this bottle of Prego it was like $5 or $6. And I looked at him because I've never, ever spent probably more than $2 or $3 for a jar of Prego or Ragu. So when that brother told me that bottle of Prego was like $5, $6, he said, I'm going to have to get food stamps. I ain't going to be able to afford no food. And I was like, he didn't know me from a can of paint. I mean, this was just a random, and this is how things sometimes happen when God wants to show me stuff. Because I've been saying, okay, Lord, but then as I start seeing the inflationary costs come up, and as I'm seeing things, because like I said, I don't normally go in the store. A lot of stuff I do is still Instacart. And actually, I'm getting ready to pay for the full Instacart membership for the year because I do Instacart. I realize at 53, I don't like going to the store with bad behind kids. The numbers here in Arizona for COVID are going back up because of the variant. We got that BA2, whatever variant. Our numbers are going up. As a matter of fact, I had to go take to my job what's called the I-9 document. They wanted, I guess the federal government's requiring to see it in person since I started with the company during the pandemic where we could just upload it via email, a picture of it. Federal government saying, no, now we want you guys to have these people come in and show you documents to show they legitimate citizens and they have the right to work here in the U.S. I'm like, that tells me something else is up, but I'll leave that alone. So I had to go there, and on the way back, y'all, because we're going to hit low power mode, so I'm going to try to finish up. I had to go grab something to eat. Well, I was passing the high school, and I have not seen... hey, Truckerette, thanks for popping in. Trucker named Jay, what an awesome young man. Oh, okay, she saw it. I've been watching his latest videos that I had missed. Wow, what a genuine soul he was. I feel he spoke facts and shared real information. That's exactly what I said. He really showed you the truth of that ups and downs in trucking and what people desire, for a trucker trying to find their fit. But anyway, so when I was going the testing, the COVID testing facility, they actually have a drive up facility. We haven't been seeing those since the numbers started dropping. And now all of a sudden they're popping back up here in Arizona. So our numbers, we're like one of the top 7 states where our numbers are starting to go up. And it's probably because it's getting hot and people are trying to get out. And where people were following the guidelines of eating outdoors on patios, which I still do, it's getting hot. I mean, it's like 80, 90 degrees right now here in Arizona. I think we're hitting it. I got my AC going. And I usually put it at 81 while I'm working because I sit right under a vent and I have a fan right here. But at night, when I'm in my room, I drop it down to 79 because I don't like sleeping hot. But yeah, so they're popping up. But definitely you guys start stocking food. I'll talk more about this tomorrow. My battery's going low on this, but like I said, you send a link below. There's a link to Miss Pearl's site. Go to her community page. She can give you a lot more details than I have. I did not know the brother personally, but I did watch his channel, as a lot of truckers did. He's a young man. When I say young, I'm 53. The baby probably old enough to be my son. I would estimate he's somewhere in his 30s, was my estimate, because he was a very young man. He did have children. He had a wife, and I think they also did some caretaking, or they lived with some of his family. You can go to his channel if you search it out and see a little bit about him. But anybody who's a former trucker or a existing trucker who followed the YouTube trucker groups know who he is. He 29. Yeah, I figured he was old enough to be my son. And he died of, I think Miss Pearl has on her site, he died of kidney liver failure, one of them. He died of. And there was something going on because, well, I knew he was trying to work on weight loss. But when she showed that picture, I was like, whoa, brother dropped some weight. And then she said he passed. So definitely go over there again if you feel led to go and do the GoFundMe. She's got the information on her page. I have interacted with Miss Pearl, so I think she remembers me. We've interacted a couple of times. Cool sister, but definitely go interact. My battery's dying. I will be on tomorrow, y'all. So just look on, I'll put it on a community page that I'm coming on and schedule a live. But I'll do a live tomorrow for more details, and we'll talk about different stuff. But yeah, so I didn't want this to be too long. It's only 21 minutes. Anyway, y'all, 2 and 2. Peace.